Okay. For the UK, I can.
The way they wash my face.
The boost shows there, boy. So, Creamy has been around. Literally, like you said, you've been home and away. And I was actually looking at musically because fans would say how Creamy sprang up a couple of years back, and with the music was here and there playing shows and all that. It looks like you took a dip. Was it intentional?
I agree. To some extent, it was, and I hope this clears some things for Bones because
Bones the arms something maybe as
no. And I agree with him perfectly.
Okay,
this is the reason why he's one of the first people to be pushing Creamy. So he understands from the very beginning how the drive and the zeal is, and to feel a dip there. You know, they would not understand. People like Bones, people like B.I.'s, people like Amanziba, people like DJ Ruby Nems. They are the very, very first DJ Charles Dems. They are the very, very first people that started pushing Creamy. And they know the kind of energy they put in it. So they would have a problem. And I hope this answers it. So, they themselves, they know how label things work. And they know that when it gets to some details, I hope I might not put myself in certain trouble. When it comes to some details, I might not be able to say everything outside. But they know the music business, and they know that it gets to a point you need to retreat and understand how the business works, or else it's either you put yourself in trouble or you put people in trouble.
So for the things you cannot disclose, is it because of your NDAs and your contracts and all that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, certain things are still under talks. So it is not in my power to come and say them here. When things are clarified, it would be in public and everybody will understand why Creamy was releasing songs yearly.
Yeah, like you were almost everywhere, in our ears, in our faces.
Yeah. Meanwhile, per year, everybody is at least hoping to hear an EP.
Yeah, well, you can see
EP
that.
is just from, let's say, 4 to 6 songs.
Yeah.
But yearly, under the label, the artist is releasing 1 song a year. It makes people feel like maybe you don't have a lot to give, but I have a lot to give. So there are certain details with these things that I might not be able to disclose everything, but the music business is bigger, and I would urge every young and upcoming artist that do not get into anything unless you learn what the business is. Then you would be able to have a good musical run.
Guys, his name is Creamy. Creamy has actually started the interview with a word of advice to the ones that are coming up, and it looks like with what he said, it looks like it was beyond his control or his reach as to why how to drop songs or when to drop songs. So the hiatus wasn't solely his doing, because he was under a label, and a label with his brother. That is Mr. Drew. You guys remember they had songs together and all. I'll come to that. But right now, aside your so you're no longer with the label?
Yes.
Okay, for how long now?
I would say for like 2 years now.
For 2 years now. All right. So songs like Tonight and So Them Fine.
Yes, solely released by me.
Okay. So stepping outside the label.
I love Naughty as well.
Yes, Naughty. There, come on.
Gosh.
Naughty dear.
And one of my favorite tunes from Creamy is Toffee.
Yeah.
With Daku.
Yes, with Daku.
Yeah. I think I played it earlier. Yeah. So Naughty came around the same time as that song from your brother, Mr. Drew.
Diana.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it had the same like projections or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said there are certain details I cannot say here, because some things are still under talks. But if you are smart, you see certain discrepancies. You see some 1 or 2 things. Now, I'm not here to create controversy. I'm not here to chastise anybody or, tell people that somebody didn't do it. Listen, this is business. Business goes as and when things are going on. We all make our own mistakes and we all move forward. Do you understand? I'm not here to come and create controversy and point fingers and say, no. we used some years to learn the business and learn certain things. Now I have my own distribution. Now I know how to do my own publishing. Now I know what the various licensings mean and how to achieve them or how to acquire them.
Okay.
Do you get me?
So it looks like
now
right,
I have my way out in certain things when it comes to the music business.
All right.
I think that is where I'm focusing right now to push my music from where it is now to a better height.
All right. So it means you're doing everything by yourself on your own.
I still do have a team.
Okay.
You know, I have Amanzeba, I have Babilo, I have Parke, I have Bades. You know, I have a team. I have certain people also doing things for me.
All right.
But the truth of the matter is, as an artist, you need to have not just a team. You need to have the right people around you.
Okay.
You need the people who understand the business and how to do promotion. You need people like Jones. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
This man is one of them people. They've done music for so many years. They literally see and they can tell.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
man.
You need the right people around you. Those people would be able to say, you are flopping, sit up. Or they would be able to say, how do we help you? Let's do this. Few people can do that.
Getting the right people in your circle.
Exactly.
Guys, his name is Creamy. Creamy has been away for a while. This year he's been dropping songs, and for the ones that haven't heard some of them, this is one of the songs that came out this year. It's called Tonight. Well, he dropped it earlier this year. Title of the song is Tonight. His name is Creamy, and he's here with us on Rise and Shine 734. Well, we're gonna wrap this up, but before we do that, he has a new song out, and we'll play that and we get into our conversation. There's so much we're talking about behind, you know. Yeah. So the real conversations are the ones that happen when the microphones are off. Creamy, someone just texted me this. Just when I was talking about you and Mr. Drew, what's the relationship like?
Oh, we're cool.
Both of you are out of the how do you call it, the label.
Yes. I can say all of us that were in that era were all out of the label.
So the conversation here is, when you were on the label, you were making music. You are out of the label. Does it mean the relationship ends there? Musical relationship ends there? Because after Muninamu Free Label, we've not done things together. Correct me if I'm
We
wrong.
actually spoke about it. I reached out to him. That I have a couple of projects. You know, I'm also now a producer. I'm also producing my own music.
Oh, really?
And the new song you are going to listen to, I produced it.
Wow.
With the help of people like Confirm, who did the mixing and mastering, who helped me with the mixing and mastering. And he has a boy called Anel Worldwide who helped me with the log drums and stuff. But it was executive produced by me from top to bottom, distributed, published by me.
Really? Nice.
Yes, and I'm saying the learning curve is sometimes it's a bit steep, but you need to be able to follow through so that you can learn certain things and how to do certain things. And Bones said something backdoor, which he is right. You have beautiful songs. Now it comes to promotion. You realize that now people are investing a lot into promotion.
Yeah.
Why people are tipping the Nigerians against us is because their music is literally in our faces.
Everywhere.
Yes, they're pushing the finance, they're pushing the promotion. They're making sure that the marketing is going on well. They're selling the artists with some value that when you see them, probably it might not look like that, but that is the mirage
Packaging.
they've been able, yes, that's the mirage they've been able to create.
Yes.
When you see Burna Boy, you're seeing $1 million.
Yes.
Literally, he's not doing anything out of this world that we can't do. But it's the way you sell the person. That is why somebody will buy Coca-Cola instead of Bell. I'm not saying some Coke is not good, but I'm saying it is about marketing. They are equally nice. They all taste nice. It is about marketing. Somebody will buy Rolls Royce and leave Pontiac vibe. It doesn't mean they are all not cars. Pontiac has new cars, but I'm saying it's about marketing.
True.
So I have taken time. I'm talking about years. I've been going to University of YouTube. Do you know University of YouTube?
We've been there.
I've been watching so many
we've been
videos.
there.
I'm following so many people. If I tell you the number of seminars I've paid to just be in the Zoom calls and be in their calls just to watch, I've paid for plugins to be able to get certain quality sound. Trust me, I'm learning a lot and I'm
Self-awakening,
investing
like,
a lot.
yes.
And I wish every young person would see what I'm doing and say, you know what, let's do this. As I'm talking to you right now, the big labels, they are laying the people off. Do you know why? As I'm talking to you right now, the independent artists are learning and now taking charge of their music, taking charge of their money, taking charge of their business, to the point where now the labels are rather buying the distribution companies. You see labels like even Believe bought TuneCore, and now trust me, as I'm talking to you, one of the big labels, I won't mention their name, you can put in your name there, Sony's, the Warners, the Universals, one of them is buying Believe. So you should understand that they are not rather chasing the artists, because the artists have seen that this is how it's done.
They are going for the bigger fish.
Now the only thing that helps, and I'm saying this to put people in a light, like someone like Black Sheriff, is being able to collaborate with a big label that has the finance to be able to push that level of marketing, branding, and value for people to enjoy.
Exactly.
And that is the level we have gotten to be able to sit with people like Manziba Dems, who would probably have the finance to say, okay, you know what, how do I invest? How do I make my money back? Then you sit down, you open things to them, show them the back ends, show them your numbers, let them see that if these things turn into these numbers, this is how much you are starting to get. Because if every young artist is listening to me, you should know how much YouTube pays when you get 1 million views. You should know how much Spotify pays, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. You should know how much your publishers pay. You should have a PRO. And I can tell you for a fact that no Ghanaian artist who is big that you know has a Ghanaian PRO. There are details I cannot say.
And some more.
There's
a lot. There's a lot. We should even give you the whole like 3 hours of the show. There will still be a lot to be said.
A lot.
Nice one, guys. That's Creamy. Well, giving us some deep analysis as to labels and stuff like that, and also what I love about that is the fact that there's a bit of info or a bit of, advice in there for the up and coming ones to pick up from. All right, label issues and stuff, how to make yourself marketable in a space like this, because there are a lot of talents out there. There are things you see and believe. Reality, they're not like that.
Now,
it's putting the artist somewhere.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying labels are bad.
They're not. Yeah.
I'm saying know what they are supposed to do, so that when you are negotiating for a deal, understand this is business,
Yep.
So I can't come and sit here and say some label did this and some label is not good. And no,
same as
because it's business.
Yes.
But you have to understand it, so that if Bones say, Creamy, this is what I'll give you, you say, okay, if I'm able to give myself this, what else can you give me? If I'm able to achieve this, what can you give me?
That is a conversation.
Because the conversation is bigger in America, it's bigger in Europe, it's bigger. Why is it little here?
Guys, Creamy has a new song, and I like what this is turning into. But let's come on there. What's that by now? Creamy, talk to me. I know this is. I probably have an answer to this, but I still want to ask you: would you ever want to sign on to any other label?
I would say a huge no. I would rather do a collaboration with a label.
Okay.
Labels would have the proper finance to be able to push certain agendas, to be able to push certain projects. And I'm talking about pushing it not just in a small circle, but to push it globally, to some big level. You get me? You need investors. You need people who would be able to say, you know what, let's push 150,000 to this project and then push this level, this agenda. Let's get your music in Nigeria, in Tanzania, in Kenya, you get me?
Yep.
Let's get your faces there. Let's be able to get some endorsement deals, brand ambassadorial deals. Let's get the brand to some level where now if we do a show, we're able to put your level somewhere that Creamy will be seen at some level. And there are numbers to show forth. Okay. Not just streaming, there are so many numbers I can show you in so many different ways. Song trust, sound exchange, sync licensing. So
it means you wouldn't want to be under a label. You would rather want to collaborate with a label. They will look at certain aspects.
I am a label.
All right, guys, new music from Creamy. It's called Asodim.
Yes.
You made this one yourself, produced everything yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Recorded, mixed by Confirm.
Okay.
And then I had also help from one boy called Anel Beat Worldwide. Anel Worldwide.
All right.
But everything executive produced by me. Everything distributed by me.
Let's check out how this song sounds. New music. Let's go.
Event of the year, 25th December. 25th December. Rachipa, Hone Bosso. Why? The only station that gives you everything.
We do this every day.
Listen here.
Right here.
Why 1025.
Your breakfast got served with swag. Stay awake, rise and shine on YFM 102.5.
Why? The only station that gives you everything.
We do this every day.
Listen here.
Right here.
Why 1025.
Right here on the show, I stole someone's song for Creamy. Yeah, she.